The Heat are back in action tonight. They are taking on the Orlando Magic. To it, what do you think of the Orlando Magic? You know,
Oof.
Yeah, man. It's don't lose, Heat. Hey,
don't do it. Don't do that. You know how they are in Orlando. Probably thinking about we got to fly back up north.
Yeah, what is that? Why are they doing this? Can you explain geographically why are they going to Orlando, which is always like, oh, you go to Orlando, you're going home. Why is it that they're going to Detroit after this? What the hell?
I actually know the reason.
Do you?
The league's out to get us.
Oh. That's actually... Like, what is that? You go Cleveland, Philadelphia. How far is Philadelphia and Detroit on a plane?
An hour and 15 minutes.
What is Detroit doing? What were they so busy with? Like, 'cause if I see Detroit's not playing tonight, I'm gonna be mad. If I see that Detroit they're not. Why the hell are the Heat going to Orlando and flying back up to Detroit? Somebody explain this to me. This is garbage.
You're saying they should have played Detroit tonight?
Yes.
And then flew.
And then
that'd be 3 days in a row, wouldn't it?
No, they're taking on Detroit on Saturday. No, Sunday. Sunday the game? Taking on Detroit Sunday. So you take on Philly, Detroit tonight, and then you fly to Orlando, and then you go home. That's the normal thing.
Then their schedule has to fit with that too.
But Detroit's not playing tonight. Do us a solid.
No, again, then what are you going to do about the game with Orlando?
Let me see if they're playing on Sunday.
Yeah.
They're not. Back to back. They're going to Brooklyn for some reason. That's so stupid. They're going to They're doing something that makes sense. They're going to Brooklyn, Toronto, then they come home. Oh, then they come south to Atlanta, and then a home game. That makes sense.
It's like an East Coast trip.
Yes. You go up north, go up norther, and then you come back down, and then you go home. What? You go up north, and you go norther. No? More north?
He said, yes, more north.
Are you sure?
He says norther.
I think it's northern.
Wait. Marcos goes, Nope.
That's a no.
Nope. Northern.
Shook me off like a catcher.
Yeah. Stay with the heater.
It doesn't make sense.
You trying to throw a knuckleball.
I'm just trying to make sense. Make this NBA schedule make sense to me.
I'm pulling it up right now. Company email.
Like, let's just say, like, and this is the other thing. Why are they squeezing an Orlando game in the middle of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, the Heat literally could just take a jog up to Orlando. Like, at any point, there'd be a 2-day break and be like, hey, we should get that Orlando game in. Huh? Why is this Orlando game getting squeezed into a road trip? Like, you know, it'd be like one thing if it was like, I don't know, Oklahoma City. They're like, man, you know, we really got to get that Thunder game in somewhere.
You want to know what Norther is? Norther is a band, and its genre is melodic death metal. Melodic.
Oh. Can we get some Norther at one point in today's show?
Yeah, we definitely will, man. Everyone loves Northern.
You know?
How do you guys feel about fondue?
I'm sorry.
What kind of fondue?
What kind of fondue? We talking appetizer cheese? We talking dessert chocolate?
Appetizer cheese. I'm not a big fan of
I don't think I've had that one. I've only had chocolate.
I'm not a big fan of community dipping.
I went to a melting pot last year. I took my wife there on a date. And it was fine. It wasn't like it was you know. It was not something I like. It's not like one of my favorite spots I'm gonna go to all the time. It was definitely like hey, let's try this every once every 10 years. And I think I'd be fine.
No.
So
sauteed Hudson Valley foie gras.
You're going to be so lost on focus the rest of the show because you're just looking at the menu, and that's all you're focused on right now.
Ooh.
But anyway, yeah, I'll be on Heat Weekly tomorrow. And then also tomorrow, Tapped Out, 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Check that on out. We'll talk a little Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, a little Chris Dawkins versus
when you
Derek.
be on, the card have started, right? Do they have a big card?
No.
They don't have a lot of fights.
I don't know what the undercard is of Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. I think they start at like 8 or 9. That's probably when the pay-per-view starts. So no, we'll get plenty of previewing on all that type of stuff. And then there's UFC tomorrow night. I think there's a boxing match too, but that's no great shakes. No great shakes on the boxing
Darren
front.
Williams and Frank Gore is close to the main event, I'm assuming.
I think it opens up the main card. I think that's the
nice.
first fight.
Nice.
I think that's the first fight. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But anyway, the Heat are back in action tonight. For some reason, they're taking on the Orlando Magic. Now, the Heat have been hoisting up a ton of threes with no Jimmy, no Bam. That's kind of been their formula, since the Heat lost Jimmy Butler a few games ago. He was out, and then he came back for one game, basically got hurt right away, and then all of a sudden the Heat were kind of scrambling again to figure this thing out. He came back for the Memphis Grizzlies game, hurt his ass immediately again, and he's been out since. Hasn't traveled with the team, and the Heat have been having to hoist a bunch of threes. But don't tell Eric Spoelstra they're out here chucking. He doesn't appreciate that term.
And it's not necessarily like we're not jacking. These are within, for sure, the context of what we're doing. I mean, we're still getting our paint attacks and touches. That was the thing about the Cleveland game. Everything was in our wheelhouse offensively. We were just so horrible defensively. But we were better tonight, and we do have to maximize that. But it's more about the actions and what we get out of it. Sometimes you'll make them, sometimes you don't. But are you getting the looks that are in your strength zones?
The Heat have gone in the Bucks game. They shot 47 threes. They crushed it from downtown that game. That was awesome. That was amazing. They were. Caleb Martin game is one that's going to be there for the ages. 22 of 47 from downtown.
You can't have it both ways, though.
Huh?
Can't have it both ways.
What do you mean?
Like, if you complain about how many threes they shoot, then you can't celebrate when they make a bunch of them.
Oh, no, but this is the formula they have because, look, they don't have a real path to get to the line right now. Kyle's just a little older. He's not playing that style, especially right now, of going downhill trying to get contact. Mm-hmm. Tyler, that's really, I think, the area where you want to see the biggest growth from him. I think everybody's happy with his scoring process. He needs to kind of that's where you want to see the uptick from him. A lot of great scorers, they figuring a way to get to the line. That's really where you want to see the most growth from him.
Yeah, but
he's not there yet. That's just not a part of his game.
But here's the deal: when he goes into the paint like that, he makes the shot. That's why he doesn't get to the foul line.
Yeah, well, he's also got the baby float. He does have that bag where he's trying to. It's almost like he's trying to avoid contact. When Tyler.
What happens when you weigh 205?
No, dude, he's jacked now. I'm telling you, he actually does look like he's lost a little bit of weight during the season. I don't know. Maybe it's just all that running around. Being 19 years old.
Or maybe you see him around other basketball players and you realize he's not that swole.
Actually, he's gonna be like 22 in a few weeks. I think Tyler and my son have the same birthday. You think he wants to come to Adrenaline?
I don't know, but he can try to pull a LeBron.
What do you mean?
Play basketball with his son.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, he has a daughter. He doesn't have a son.
daughter. Okay.
He doesn't have a son. Not yet. Give him time. Give him time. He's got plenty of time. The next game against the Bulls, same thing. 19 of 43, killing it. They won the game. 9 free throws. Cleveland, like Spell mentioned, that was their worst shooting game.
Right. 9
free throws though. That's that. See, this is their path. Now they did get to the free throw line a bunch more in the Sixers game. That was impressive. Much more.
When Jimmy and Bam are playing, they get like 20 times, 20 plus times.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, it is, but it's different. It's like to say you would like to do it, you're basically saying we'd like to have Jimmy and Bam, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, of course.
So I like the fact they found other ways of doing it instead of trying to make other guys have the same success as the guys that are missing had. They're doing it their way, and that way just happens to be
bombs away. Bombs away.
And they don't hesitate.
Let's hear from Duncan Robinson on the 3-point barrage. Dunks has hit himself a nice little hot streak. He's getting back to some lean cat, stray cat days.
I wonder who called this.
About time.
I wonder who called this.
Here's Duncan Robinson.
It's definitely an attempts thing, but I think it's more so like a play style thing of just being really aggressive, flying off of stuff. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm shooting threes or whatever, but more so just like causing stress on defenses, when we don't have guys that get into the paint like Jimmy and Bam, it's another way for us to kind of create an overreaction.
Yeah, he's got to get him up. Get him up. Like you don't want to have a game where he's just I'm sure Spo's going to tell you, he's like, listen, I want you in double-digit attempts every one of these times that we're doing this when they're not here. Mm-hmm. I mean, he probably wants him anyway at those attempts in the normal circumstances, but especially when they don't have Jimmy and Bam. So it's been fun though. This is now. Listen, let's go, boys. Don't feel all fat and sassy with this win against the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, you go in there tonight. Are they going to win those dumb orange jerseys? The Orlando Magic. Because I know I'm going to get a text from Rob. Anytime somebody's wearing their city editions, Robbie texts me.
OKC has orange jerseys too, don't they?
I believe they do.
Yeah.
I believe they do. I knew like immediately.
How are you feeling about the Dubs uniforms in New York?
I was fine with them. I don't have a thing against uniforms.
No, me either. But they look too close to New York's uniforms.
Little New Yorky, almost like a little old school Cavs.
Yep.
Little old school.
The blue.
Yeah, little old school Cavs. I like the Warriors. I like the Warriors' normal uniforms, and I like the We Believe ones. The ones that were Baron Davis and all that.
You know who does? You know what was amazing? There is nobody in the NBA that has navy blue uniforms. Like their core colors, navy blue. Think about it.
Doesn't come to mind.
It's like all of them have like a lighter.
Which is funny because like in baseball, like everybody has that color.
Right.
But
think about it. Can you think of anybody? There's some that have used it because Utah.
Denver
is it Denver or Utah that has the dark blue?
Denver has the dark blue now. They used to wear the powder blue.
Right.
They used to wear like almost like a Carolina blue.
Right.
But they don't.
Exactly.
They don't. I don't think they rock those anymore.
Right.
I don't think they rock those anymore. So I think they're the closest.
But nobody's base colors are navy blue.
What are base colors anymore? Nike's just like, listen, wear everything. And the Heat were like, yes, we will. We will actually wear everything. We will wear all of our uniforms in history, put them together.
Yeah, but guess what?
Looks fire.
They're one of the best. Every year they have one of the top selling uniforms.
They're the
jerseys,
only,
right?
They not only that, they're the only ones Nike allows to make their own uniforms. Nike does everything for everybody else. But because the Vice was such a smash hit, the Heat they get creative freedom. They're like Adele. You know, they can make their own stuff. Now the Heat didn't mail it in like Adele does.
Now, what's worse, Billie Eilish or that?
I don't. You know,
you can't put them in the same category.
I know, but Billie, like it sucks that she's only 20.
Yeah, Billie Eilish is like Trey.
I felt bad when I found she was only 20.
Billie Eilish is like Trey Young, and Adele's like Steph Curry. Except Steph Curry's not mailing it in.
No, the way you texted it to us.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotta find it.
Yes. We were trying. What the hell? Wait,
I nailed it though.
Because texts just come randomly. Like you never know what somebody's feeling during the course of a night, and then somebody just.
I thought he was gonna start doing Doja Cat one day. I was ready for it.
I do love me some Doja Cat, but they play her too much. She she's every third song. Like every time I walk out of this studio, it's Doja Cat.
It's true.
We get it, man.
By the way, in Orlando, not only are they wearing the city uniforms, it's also Star Wars night.
Oh, that's always fun because they bring like the Wookiees.
Yeah, and they have I don't know this character, so I'm not even going to say the name, but one of the voices of one of the animated characters is going to be there.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did that intrigue you, JP?
I've always wanted to go to one of those games.
Yeah. Well,
oh, really?
Yeah.
The Heat had one a couple of years ago.
I know, and I wanted to go. I did it.
They sent us, as a joke, they sent us the cool shirt, but they sent everybody one size too small.
Kind of like today?
You think they're doing a bit?
Yeah. We chose these sizes.
Can't find my Adele script, J-Fig.
Script.
I got you.
It was something along the lines of yee.
Oh, here it is. Play that music.
But just like you be doing whatever, you be watching TV, you be watching the game. Bzz, bzz. This Adele, she mailed it in. like what? Adele? So I'm thinking it's something on TV. Nope.
I'm telling you, it's Rich Paul. Rich Paul's telling us, like, listen, Anthony Davis doesn't play hard every game. You don't got to go hard in the paint every song.
Everybody says she doesn't have any turmoil in her life with relationships, so her song's not going to be that good. Because every time she has a breakup or something, then,
How is this Rich Paul like the most charismatic guy in the world? How does he convince LeBron, hey, I'm your agent and also Adele, date me?
Well, they grew up together.
Greatest singer, greatest athlete.
They went to school together.
I understand,
But here's the deal.
Could you know what kind of charisma that takes to
and
convince?
Adele?
No, but dude, no. Him and LeBron.
Okay.
But wait, when you see him, you think he exudes personality?
He must. You convinced the greatest athlete and the greatest singer to be like in tight with you?
The greatest athlete he went to school with.
I don't think he did go to school with him. I think he
No?
met him somewhere selling jerseys or something like that.
Oh, really?
And then he went to CAA.
Okay.
He said, "You'll be my agent, but you got to go train CAA." And then he took everybody.
Oh, okay.
And then he tried to stab. He's like he did the agent thing where he's like, "Hey CAA, hats off a ship. I'm making my LeBron agency."
So LeBron was playing chess,
Yeah.
and everybody else was playing checkers.
But
He
now
had a
he's
plan.
now he's got Adele. Adele's gonna take over music. She's gonna like own the Grammys or something like that. Who knows what power play they're gonna do?
So when they first met, apparently LeBron was like, hey, nice Warren Moon jersey.
Yeah, he sold. Yeah,
And then he ended up selling him jerseys.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Isn't that
hey,
crazy?
I'll be your agent.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
buy these jerseys.
Listen, Rich Paul, he stabbed Pat Riley in the back, so
How?
Oh, you know how, dude. He flew Dan Gilbert here, right under his nose into his city, and then he made Pat Riley fly across the country to Las Vegas to grovel.
Not for nothing.
Wouldn't even
Not-
look up
not-
at the
hey.
from the televisions.
Not for nothing. That's his job.
No.
That's his job.
Listen.
His job is
That was his job? His job was to go to Cleveland where they were rats off a ship in 4 years again anyway?
won the championship.
Oh, yeah. Well, they won 2 with the Heat. Congratulations. You won one less championship than you did here.
Okay.
Boom! Is that how that works? Or is it
Something
just
like
going to Adam? I look at it as a score. Heat have the most championships in LeBron. Cleveland won. LA won. And LA has an asterisk because he did it without facing Goran Dragic. Not a real championship.
True.
So,
We've taken it to the next level from not a true loss to not a true
I didn't say,
championship.
listen, there's always going to be that asterisk. I don't know what to tell you. No Goran Dragic, no Larry.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what they say.
All right.
Look at him now. He's out there with.
You know who you sound like? Manny Diaz.
Don't do that.
Okay, if he said we didn't, if Manny would ever say something like we didn't win this game because we didn't have Goran
Goran was their leading scorer in the playoffs.
again,
Leading scorer.
again.
No, I'm not going to let you do that. You're disrespecting the Dragon.
No, I'm not.
You're disrespecting the Dragon. I'm not going to let you do that.
But I'm telling you.
You don't remember the
Hold
tears
on,
in his eyes?
Hold on. I'm telling you
I'm not
right
gonna
now.
let you do that.
I'm telling you right now that if you, at any point in time, had to depend on Goran Dragic to win a
That's
championship.
ridiculous. No, you're saying a ridiculous thing.
No, I'm
right
not.
now. You are. He was the leading scorer on the team in the playoffs. So
Okay.
what are you talking about?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
means what?
I can't rely on my best players?
On the team that had LeBron and Anthony Davis.
They won. Hold on. Jimmy Butler outscored, out-rebounded, out-assisted LeBron James in that series.
Yes.
He won 2 games with Kelly Mother Bleeping Olynyk as his second best player. And you're telling me he doesn't have more of a chance to win that championship if he doesn't have his leading scorer and Bam with 2 arms? Get out of here.
Now, Bam, I give you.
No.
go.
You give them both to me because they're both facts, Leroy. They are both facts, and you are disrespecting Goran Dragic because he's adorable. That's what you're doing. Look at me right now. You're disrespecting Prime Gogi. You're disrespecting Prime Goran Dragic, and it's not happening on my watch, pal.
Speaking of Prime, I found out how much one rib costs.
No. You're not deflecting here. Admit that you admit you undersold Goran.
No, I'm not.
We have beef.
Slow braised,
My blood is boiling
Mashimi
right now.
Ranch.
How dare you?
Wagyu.
How dare he?
Short
Seeing your
rib.
blood boil
How
with that outfit on.
One rib.
Dare he talk about Goran Dragic like he's Beno Udrih?
And not even look at you.
He's talking about him like I'm talking about the Heat missing Blake Ahern, all right? Not arguably the greatest point guard in the franchise's history. He's like, Gogi, whatevs. Oh, you didn't have Gogi? Poor you. Let me tell you something. They would have been crying and whining if they didn't have Caruso or Rajon Rondo or, God forbid, any, what are you talking about, dude? You're just gonna dismiss Goran Dragic like that. Our guy, Gogi. You said, "Oh, you can't rely on Goran Dragić to win a." Oh, really?
No.
Oh, like
That's
Manu.
not- I'm-
like
what I
Manu
said was,
Ginobili
is
doesn't
if
have
you
3
think-
rings.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, Gogi. I'm sorry he did this to you.
We have beef.
You know, he wanted you to go to Canada.
Wait,
I didn't even
we could call him up and talk to him. He ain't playing.
Well, that's because they disrespected him in Toronto.
Oh, so I disrespected him. They disrespected him in Toronto.
Yep.
A lot of disrespect. Can I just throw this out there? Perhaps he can't play.
-1.
Maybe he can't play now, but at the time when he got hurt, in the finals,
Yeah.
he led the team in scoring. And then to say like, sorry, Heat, too bad, how sad. LeBron gets to win championships however he wants, like it meant nothing, is Leroy, it's ridiculous.
I'm not saying that he wouldn't have made a difference. But what I am saying is that if you had him, so what?
Okay, dude. Oh, you want to know? Okay. So what? So what? What do you mean, so what? You just take away 20 points.
No.
Find it.
I'll give you more. Look, if you had Bam, right, that would have been a difference.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Not Gogi.
Half the series did have both of them.
I know.
And this
know,
LeBron's
but-
waltzing around like, oh, look at my true championship. Asterisk.
You know, the Eric, you can just leave that off. Ass.
Back after this.